Good morning, beloved. It's day 29 of May, the Proverbs teach us. If you haven't already read chapter 29, pause this video, read chapter 29. I do have a couple of reflections from that chapter for us today, but I want to highlight the fact that in our journey together so far through this month and this book, we've hit a number of different proverbs covering a number of different topics in life. We've seen Proverbs hit on money and how to conduct our business. We've seen Proverbs discuss friends and the company we keep. Luke had a great video reflecting on that truth. We've had Proverbs discuss parenting and the relationship between parents and children and the role of discipline in our life in general. We've had Proverbs discuss marriage and relationships between husbands and wives. We've had Proverbs discuss humility. We've had Proverbs discuss speech. We've had Proverbs discuss anger and patience. We've had Proverbs discuss work ethic. We've had Proverbs discuss being a leader. I think the Proverbs related to good leadership as a king apply to us as leaders in the church very well today. These are great principles that we should live our life with. Pastor Jim had a great video about walking in integrity and righteousness. What a great principle that is, found in so many of these Proverbs. Now, I want to turn your attention today to verse 13. And it says, "The poor and the oppressor have this in common. The Lord gives light to the eyes of both." What a wonderful truth that is about how the Lord treats all of us, regardless of status, regardless of title, regardless of where we are in our station in life. The Lord still wants to teach and instruct all of us in His Word. And what a great truth we have to read in His Word. This coming weekend, as we close out the book, we'll hit chapters 30 and 31. Just to preview that for you, chapter 30 is the oracle of Agur. And in that, most Jewish tradition holds that this is an epitaph on Solomon's life. And this fellow was speaking as Solomon lay dying, and he was eulogizing him. This is a great posture of humble reverence, of desiring knowledge and wisdom. What a great posture it is that we should emulate also. Chapter 31 is the oracle of the mother of King Lemuel. The king penned these words down from his mother. The bulk of this chapter is spent in praise of a capable, godly woman. When I look at those verses, I think of my mother and my grandmothers and my great grandmothers, and what a blessing they have been to me, of being a role model of godly, humble service, putting the needs of others ahead of the needs of ourselves. May all of our ladies desire to be godly wives and mothers in the way they conduct themselves. May they continue to be a wonderful blessing to us as individuals and us as the church together. I love that chapter, and I hope that you will enjoy it this coming Sunday in your reading. Back to chapter 29 for just a moment as we close. I want to turn your attention to verse 25. It says, "The fear of man is a snare, but the one who trusts the Lord is protected." So oftentimes we live in a greater fear of mankind than we do in the fear of the Lord. We've seen throughout this book the role of the heart being postured toward the Lord in reverence. Verse 14 of chapter 28 says so well, "Happy is the one who is always reverent." And that reminds me of what we discussed 4 weeks ago today as we began this journey. In chapter 1, verse 7 really boils down the whole book. "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction." May we continue to exercise a humble, reverential fear for who God is and what He has done. May He continue to impart wisdom to us. May the Proverbs continue to teach us in the days ahead. May God be merciful unto us and bless us, and cause his face to shine upon us, that his way may be known upon the earth, and his salvation known among all the nations.